their audio and stuff's not showing up, they're usually still trying to connect.
Hmm. I feel like I haven't seen or talked to you or Sarah in forever, like really gotten to talk.
I know. I think we talked like over the phone last week, but we haven't done
Yeah, a little bit.
face to face in a while. Yeah, she's just been over there plugging away. Just
Yep, I know it.
Everything that gets sent to her, she's on top of it.
Sarah, she's amazing. She honestly is. She's so creative, and she takes such tremendous initiative, but not in an inappropriate manner. I mean, you've got a real winner there.
I think her. Marilyn had sent her something yesterday, and I had went to the doctor and came back, and by the time I got a chance to look at the email, she had already completed it. And I was like, hey Marilyn, okay, when do you need this done? And then like the next email opened up and Sarah's like, this is what I did. And Marilyn's like, oh, this is great.
I know.
Oh, forget it. I guess I'm not necessary right now. That's fine.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
But I mean,
see, we've got a couple of folks on here. I know, right?
Let's see.
We've got Shannon on here and Eric. Good morning to both of you. I'm going to unmute you just for a second so we can all say good morning. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Eric, can you, you just remuted. Anyway, good morning, Eric. I hope you can hear me okay.
I can hear you just fine. Good morning. Yes.
It always takes a second to change from mute to unmute, so I get that. Well, good morning. We've got some folks here this morning, and this Chamber 101 is going to be recorded, so in case somebody wants to watch it later, if they can't attend a regular Chamber 101, assuming we have those like we used to have them, they can always watch it via our YouTube channel and connect that way. So good morning again to everyone. This is Sean Conrad. I'm the Executive Director of the Chamber. Been working here about 7 years, and am really thrilled when I get to introduce everything that we do to new members. And so I'm excited to be here this morning, and thank you for being here. We'll try to keep this to a respectful amount of time and get you in and out. And let me tell you that we do these about once every other month, about every 6 weeks. And anytime you want to join us for a Chamber 101, whether you're brand new or not, you are very, very welcome. Our virtual doors are always open. Right now, our regular doors are kind of closed, except by appointment. Hold on, I'm going to have to mute everybody because it's a little noisy here. Mute all except for me. Oh, that was better. Hope everybody can still hear me. Anyway, so whether you're a brand new member or not, you're always welcome to join us for a Chamber 101, and you're welcome to give us a call. As I was starting to say, our doors are actually kind of closed right now except by appointment only, but we still would welcome you to call and make an appointment and come in and visit us if you'd like. So with that, let me introduce our staff and our team here. As I said, I'm Sean, I'm the director. Marilyn is on, although she is muted. Marilyn, can you hear me? Let me unmute you so you can say hello. Good morning, Marilyn. Okay, well, anyway, Marilyn's here, but I'm not sure what's going on there. Katie Person is she owns a company called CapPro that does all our marketing for us. And good morning, Katie. How are you?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. And Heather is going to be joining us here in just a few minutes. Heather is our administrative assistant and our events assistant as well. And so she handles all things, as we're saying, administrative as far as the chamber. And she'll talk a little bit when she gets on about some of the things related to that. So with that, let me get started. If you have a question, please use the chat feature. Or you're very welcome to unmute yourself since we're a smaller group and just ask the question. That is perfectly fine as well. And I will take those questions as we get them so we don't lose any continuity. So I hope everybody can see my screen. My Zoom is acting a little funny this morning, but anyway, let me get started. When you join a Chamber of Commerce, like the Grove City Area Chamber of Commerce, every member, whether you have 1 employee or 1,000 employees, is given the same basic portfolio of benefits. And with that portfolio comes lots of different things in lots of different areas, and that's what we want to talk about this morning. Some of the things that most chambers offer, as do we, are ways to save. And so we belong to a group that offers workers' compensation insurance group rating discounts. That's a mouthful, but what it means is that when you are obligated to provide workers' comp insurance at your business, whether it's you or the owner of your business, if you don't happen to be the owner, we can connect you with our friends at CareWorks, and they can talk with you very briefly and get you up to a 53% savings on that workers' comp insurance. And workers' comp insurance, for those of you who might not know, is incredibly expensive, and it is required for most businesses. So please let us help you. There's just a quick form that you just have to sign and say, yes, I allow you to give me a quote, and they will do all the work for us. So encourage you to send me an email and let me connect you with our friends at the workers' comp group rating team. The next thing we offer is, of course, like many chambers do, we offer health insurance group rating as well. We offer a MEWA plan, which is sort of a self-insured plan, which is by far and away the most significant savings for you and the most popular. We have a lot of our members that participate in this, and I would very, very strongly encourage you to let me connect you with our friends at Anthem and or at the Southern Ohio Chamber. They're the ones that do the administrative side, so they can, whether you are just an individual that owns your own business and you don't have any employees, and you would want something just for yourself, or you have 1 employee, or you have 100 employees. Well, actually, that's not true. 50 employees. That this could be a plan that could really benefit you, and we'd love to be able to help you get connected with that. All these things are no obligation. If you want to just look into them, you're welcome to do so. It's for you. We don't gain great benefits from it. We just want to offer it to you. As do most chambers, we offer all kinds of social networking type things right now. As you can imagine, we're doing them via Zoom. And so we're trying to work remotely and safely. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to meeting in person here and there, even if it's in small groups. We'd be happy with that at this point. I'm sure everyone feels kind of the same way. We do networking events like ribbon cuttings and grand openings. If you have a new business or you have a business that would like to just celebrate being open again, we would love to do something like that for you. We do after hours. We do a series called Table Talk Lunch and Learns, where we ask our members to join us for to listen and share their expertise on any particular subject. We have been doing something called our Zoominar series, where we have a member who has a particular area of expertise share with our membership, and those are also recorded as I mentioned earlier is this on our YouTube page, and our friend Katie can talk a little bit more about that when I invite her to share about our marketing and communication. We have a wonderful ambassador team. Our ambassadors are members who are given a handful of member assignments, and so they will go and either visit when allowed, of course, or they will send an email or make a phone call and just make sure that that member is connected with what's going on with the chamber. We do lots of things to try to stay connected, but it's always a nice way to have an extra touch. And the benefit to being an ambassador is that you get to say, hey, I am Eric, and I'm a member of the chamber as well, and I just wanted to say hi and tell you a little bit about my business and see how you're doing. And so it's a great way for you to get yourself and your name in front of some of our members. So if you're interested in being part of our team, we would be happy to talk with you about that. Assuming we can get Marilyn on here with sound, I bet she can hear me, but I don't know that we can hear her right now. She'll be talking a little bit about our Chamber Foundation. The Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit, but we're not a charity. We're what the IRS designates as a 501c6, and so you don't get tax deduction for giving to the Chamber. But don't let me discourage you from doing so anyway. But our foundation is our charitable arm. We have given away, as of the last round of scholarship distributions, over $100,000 in approximately the last 5 years, and we are so very proud of that. If you are a member of the Chamber, which obviously all of you are, you, your employees, and your employees' immediate families are all eligible to apply for scholarships under our affiliate program, and we really encourage you to do so. So if you have someone that works for you or with you, maybe they have a child that's graduating from high school, or maybe they're you or one of your staff people is wanting to go back to school to take a course to further your career goals, we would encourage you and really like you to be able to be part of our scholarship program. So if you want any more information than that, by all means, reach out and talk to me, and I will connect you with our foundation president, who is Greg Dawkins. Going down the list, I'll let Heather talk about this when she shares with us, but we have a wonderful young professionals group that is just growing and developing, and they're doing some fun things. They have a nice balance between service and fun, and we're real pleased with the direction they're taking under Heather's guidance and what else would we call that? Yes, under you. So lots to learn about that, and if you fit in the under 40 category or very close to it, I think she would love to talk with you about that. Education Edge is the next thing on our list that we would talk about, and helping our members and our members' employees and staff to grow in their career fields professionally, personally, is important to us. We pull our members often and ask them, you know, what would you like to do, and education is always near the top of the list. The things that fall under our Education Edge program: Southwest Community Leadership, which is a 9-month, exactly what it sounds like, community leadership program. Over the course of 9 months, our class comes together and they learn about Grove City. They learn the history of Grove City, the workings of our first responders. They get to have one of their classes with our Jackson Township firefighters, and usually they get to have some firehouse chili, which is always a big perk. They get to sit at City Hall and have a mock city council meeting with the clerk of courts, Tammy Kelly, and all kinds of wonderful classes. And within those classes, they are learning great leadership skills from some of our teaching team. And so we would welcome you to inquire about that. Marilyn Reiner, our events manager, would be the person to to talk to about that, or myself. But we will have that class starting back up in the fall, and we hope that it will be a fairly traditional type of class, but obviously at this point we're not quite sure. One of the things the class does is while they're learning about our community, they choose a community service project to fulfill. They've done some amazing things. They were able to help raise funds for the Buddy Ball field for children to be able to play ball despite any challenges, physical challenges they might have. They've raised money for the library. They've raised a playground at Urban Crest. So some of the projects are financially driven, some of them are not. They're just strictly service, and so those are always fun, and our class sometimes stays together as a group, continue on with their project even after they graduate from our Southwest Community Leadership Program. Love to talk to you about that. We have partnerships with Franklin University and Ohio Dominican. If you want to go back to school, or one of your employees wants to go back to school and take a class, we can connect you with them, and we can get you discounts up to 20%, free books, and all sorts of other perks. So by all means, let us know if you have someone who would like to do that, and we can connect you. There we go. I've gotten through most of those, I think. Sorry, I got a little bit off track. Heather, I'm going to invite you to be up next if you can. I see you have a little helper there. Good morning, Olivia.
It's actually not Olivia. This is Kaylani. This is my niece.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I can only see the top of her head, so forgive me. Oh, yep, definitely not Olivia.
My sister is.
It's a new day when we're all working at home, isn't it?
Is.
Anyway, I know that you may not be able to share your screen. Normally, we would walk everybody through Chamber Master. If you can, that's great. But if you can't, just go ahead and run through the agenda pieces, if you would.
Yep. You need to stay on a second here. It's having a little trouble this morning getting in. So let me.
Yeah, I had some challenges as well, so that's all right. Heather is, as I said, our administrative and events assistant, and kind of wears two hats most of the time. But what I'm asking her now is to help walk us through the things that, the more administrative side of the things that she does.
Okay, Marilyn was letting me know she is signed in. All right.
Wonderful.
Yes. So our YP program, we just turned a year old, and we normally meet the third Thursday of every month, but with everything going on right now, that has not been possible. We aren't just networking. We like to also volunteer, and we network through our volunteer work. Right now we're helping out with the farmers market, doing the drive-through farmers market. And
keep losing you here.
Can you see me? Are we good?
Yeah.
Can
you talk a little bit about Chamber Master and the things that people can do while they're when they get onto our website?
Yep, Chamber Master is really cool, and I'm trying to get it pulled up right now. And
if you can, don't worry about it. I don't want to spend any extra time if we can't.
Perfect. So with Chamber Master, it's really cool. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like a second Facebook page, and it posts directly to our members. You can post jobs if you've got job openings. You can also post deals that you have. That is really cool. You can post deals and information to other chamber members on here. Here we go. You can also, sorry, I'm a little nervous. This is the first time I've ever done this through a Zoom call, so I'm much better in person. You can also pay bills. You can register for events through the Chamber Master, which is our software that we use. It also will allow you to have a detailed listing in our online directory, which is how I help refer people to. Anyone can log in and see that.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah.
Would it help you if I shared my screen so you could see Chamber Master?
Yeah, I just got my Chamber Master up here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, thank you.
It's hard to talk about something that you can't walk through.
I know.
I can do it for you if you want.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure. I just need Sean to give me the permission.
Yep, I'm working on it. There you go, Katie. I actually had to make you the host, at least as far as I know. I had to make you the host to be able to do that.
Okay, I'll show you later how you don't have to do that.
That's fine.
All right,
there we go.
Thank you. Let me.
So folks, while she's kind of getting that figured out, when you log into our website under your credentials, which Heather will be able to give you at any time, this is the type of screen that you'll see, and these are the prompts and the tabs that you'll be able to look at that'll help your view when people Google you to look better on on your search.
I'm gonna sign. I need to sign off and sign back in. I'm having some issues on my end.
Okay, that's fine. We'll pass on that for now, and we'll come back to that. So no big deal. Katie, while you're up and you've got your screen up, Katie is our marketing and communications person. She owns a firm called Catbro, and we contract with them, and they do all of our marketing communications. They send all of the newsletter and the e-magazine, and she'll talk about all those different things out on our behalf. So Katie, will you talk a little bit about that with everybody? This is a hugely important part of your membership.
Absolutely. I'm gonna change the specs of my screen so that I can show you guys everything, because y'all want to see everything. All right, and then I will move my stuff around. Okay, so let's jump off this Chamber Master screen and let's go into the website. So I know there's like an order on the agenda in which I'm supposed to go, but I normally go out of the order. So if you've never been here before, this is the Chamber's website, and this is the key to all your critical information. We update it on a regular basis. So it's not one of those websites where you want to just come check it out once, sign up for something, and then never look at it again. You do want to check this out on a weekly basis. Things are changing all the time. We send updates out for, any kind of things that we see out there that will help your business, such as, grants and loans and scholarships that are available to business owners. We also post information about what our businesses are doing, if it's something in regards to, that would benefit the entire chamber. We post things about, as you can see here, our farmers market, any upcoming events, networking events, the insurance information that Sean was speaking about earlier. All of your centralized information is going to be on this website, so you want to start your day or your week here. You will also be able to see our magazine. So if you missed the email we send out when we release the magazine, currently we're doing it every other month. and we release it on the 1st of the month. So we've had a June 1st magazine. Our next magazine is due to launch on August 1st. You will receive an email about that. You will receive social media postings, and we'll talk about social media in a minute. But if you miss those for some reason, you could always come right here to the website, and it is always embedded right here in the website. There's tons of opportunity inside of this magazine. I'm gonna open it up just so you guys can check it out. There's advertising opportunities, there's sponsorship opportunities for events, which Marilyn will talk to you about later. And when you guys become event sponsors, you know, you normally will find yourself in this magazine somewhere. Whether it is just to mention that you are a sponsor or say thank you, or if it's an actual ad. We do have ad space available in the magazine. It is a great way to get out to all of our members. Although we have a membership of, is it about 700 now, Sean?
630. Yeah, 630.
Okay. We're getting close. We're gonna round up, but
we're getting there.
But although we have a membership of about 630 individuals, we actually have a readership of closer to 1,000 because people share this, and then folks start subscribing to the magazine, but maybe they're not even members yet. So your business gets exposed. And then when we're talking about social media shares, we've had months where we've, went to like 3,000 or 4,000 when it comes to social media shares. And then as far as our website goes, that's a whole other thing. Our website sees a monthly viewership of around 5,000 views. So this is not like a website that nobody ever looks at. We have people from the community. We have people that are connecting to our magazine and to our website through the City of Grove City's website, through other entities out there. We've had articles written on us throughout some of the Columbus publications. So getting in front of the audience on this website is paramount because they're there. But in any case, I wanted to show you some advertising spots and just kind of how the magazine looks if you've never seen it before. So we've got an ad here. We write articles about individuals that are in the chamber, whatever events are going on. We always do a spotlight membership. These guys are member spotlight. These guys we choose kind of at random. I would like to say that we have some like really amazing algorithm that's made me sound intelligent, but we don't. We just have a pretty simple spreadsheet, and every time we mention someone, we mark their name off, and we, in the hopes of mentioning everyone at some point in time within the year span, whether we've written an article about you, or we did a member spotlight, or we recognized your anniversary, which we do often. Every single time we produce a magazine, we remember your anniversary. No matter what we do, we try very hard to mention every chamber member throughout the year. So this also tells you about things going on. This is actually an article about the foundation that Sean was talking about earlier. The foundation is a great way for you to be able to extend education benefits to your employees, which is, that's big company stuff, so like, no matter what, even if you're a small guy, you can still put that in your benefits package. Like, hey, you want to get a discount at Franklin University? We got that for you. This is about our farmers markets. So as you can see, people are placing ads. We have wonderful stories. This is a story about our member. This is another story about a member. We love to do stories about you. Like if you just are really, really wanting to have a story about you, I have had a couple people tell me, well, I did want to have a story, but I feel like that's, I don't know, vain or something, to tell you. And I said, hey, if you're not going to promote yourself, who will? Send me an email. Let me know, hey guys, I'm awesome. Write a story about me. And sometime throughout the year, you will get a phone call from me saying, hey, you know, it's December and I heard you had a gift shop. This is the perfect time for your story. So, I mean, I welcome that. It just makes my job easier.
Yeah, part of our responsibility as the Chamber of Commerce is to make sure that your business is being recognized. And one of the tools that we use to do that is our marketing communication team. And if you think that maybe you might like to have a story written about you for the news or for the magazine, which sometimes also goes into our newspaper publication, Grove City Living, Katie will talk a little bit about, talk to them and they will come up with a storyline for you. They'll be able to interview you and ask questions and pull everything together. Everything will be approved by you. And so it's a very simple process, but very thorough, and they do a wonderful job, and they'll make you look real good.
We will definitely make you look like Better Homes and Gardens or whatever you want us to make you look like. I told the young lady that writes the stories in the magazine, Sarah and I, she's on my team, she writes stories in the magazine, that the travel people looked amazing. I mean, they just made me want to travel somewhere all over the world. I'm looking at, I would like to see our email that was sent out yesterday. Is this it? Here it is. Okay, another opportunity that you have is that we send out weekly chamber connections, and if you don't get them, you do. They're just probably hiding somewhere in your email. So if you've never seen this before, go out there, plug in Sean's name or the chamber's name, and it should all pop up for you. But this gives you like weekly updates about what's going on, changes that are happening in the chamber. If you have something special going on in your business that you need people to know about, an open house or a special event, you know, that's like a community event or something like that, let us know and we can plug it in. We do try to steer away from plugging in things like a weekly sale or anything like that, because that could get a little out of hand. But if you have something really big, like an expansion project, or, you know, hey, we are a veterinarian clinic that only saw dogs and now we're welcoming cats. Like, okay, that's fine. You know, we'll throw that in too. But we love to promote you guys. Just send us an email and we'll plug it into this weekly letter. If you'd like to sponsor the weekly letter, this is a $50 spot. This is an easy way to throw your logo up there. We'll attach your website. Every person that reads this can click, you know, to your website. We have a great readership on this newsletter. This newsletter has one of the highest open rates that I've ever seen in my marketing history. I tell Sean all the time, I send email marketing all over the world, and I have never seen an open rate like this chamber. This chamber, the people want to know what's going on in your business. So, you know, tap into the resources that you have out there. So now we're off of that. Let's move over to social media, which is one of my faves. You can still see my madness on my screen. Let's see. I thought I already had this stuff pulled up. You would think I would have been better prepared. That's all right. I'm pretty okay on the fly. Plus, I'm sitting on my couch trying not to have an allergy attack. All right. So this, our Facebook account is a gem. We have so many people that comment, like, share. It really is amazing to just, even if I put a simple post up there about, you know, let's celebrate, you know, so-and-so's new business, all the support that the chamber offers to one another is just amazing. Again, if you guys have things you need us to communicate to the audience, send an email to marketing@gcchamber.org. We will get your information out to the community. We want people to know about you. We don't want you to be hidden. That's not our job. Our job is to communicate you. So the more you feel like, hey, I saw my name a couple times this year, the more that we know we've done our job, the happier that you'll be, because you have a chamber that supports you. I have belonged to Grove City Area Chamber myself as a business owner. I've really enjoyed the things that it has done for me and the promotions that I've received. I've also been a part of other chambers, another chamber, which is a larger chamber, and I have never seen my name anywhere in 5 years, which I do not belong to that chamber anymore. But I have seen my name. Well, I see my name a lot because I can put it out there. But I see even before, I will say, like, I've been recognized. Even before I was a member, I would get communication from the chamber's office. This chamber does actually care about you, so we want to put your information out there. Again, so that takes to our Facebook page. We also have an Instagram account. If you do not follow us on Instagram, you are missing out. On our Instagram account, we have not just information that we share as the same as we share on our Facebook, but we have information about open houses, well, when we can have those again, special events. That is we almost kind of coined that as like our event page. If you want information about what events are happening, or even what happened inside of an event. Maybe you couldn't make it to the annual meeting, but you want to check out all the awesome pictures. Those are on Instagram. That kind of sums up the social media portion. We do have a farmers market page if you guys are interested in checking out the farmers market. There is also a Facebook group inside of our page. So if you're not a member of our Facebook group, become a member. Our Facebook group, we talk a little bit more intimately about things that might pertain to you as a chamber member. That's where we welcome you asking us questions. The public page is not really the proper place for that, but inside of the group, if you have, a very pertinent question or something like that you want to ask, or if you want to do a private promotion of an event to just chamber members, or a sale or something you have, we allow that inside of that group. The group is our personal community. The public Facebook page is, as I said, is still public. So we need to be
careful. Absolutely.
Right.
Wow. So we've got printed publications. We have a newsletter. We have a magazine. We have a weekly newsletter. We have a newspaper. We have social media. We, of course, our website. We produce a beautiful, beautiful business directory in alternating years, which we just published, just came to my office last week. And we have those available, and then we alternate that with a map. And of course, we do e-blasts and press releases and all those kinds of more big blast things as needed. And I just want you to know, as Katie said, I appreciate her saying that we genuinely do care. We are a pretty large chamber. We're behind Columbus, we're the second largest chamber in Central Ohio now. Columbus, I'm not counting because they don't count, but Dublin is the only one that's larger.
Chamber, but I will tell you that for Grove City to be as big as it is, I have never seen a chamber promote their members the way that Grove City does. I mean, I was a part of the Columbus Chamber for many years, and as I said, I never heard from anyone at that chamber. So
yeah, we want to keep that small town mentality while working with as a big chamber, and I hope that we achieve that. We really do try to be mindful of that at any time. So, Katie, thank you for all that. I don't want to cut you off. Have you covered everything pretty well, I think?
We have the only last thing I wanted them to know about is, as Sean mentioned, we have the print options and everything. If you want to know in more detail than my 5 minutes of fame, go to gcchamber.org/marketing. That is a page that actually describes every marketing opportunity that you have. Even 30-minute consulting with myself or Sarah. There's a flyer that we have for all of the pricing, special pricing for Grove City Living, as well as I think there's I cannot remember for the life of me. I'm sorry. What was the other one called, Sean?
Grove City Living?
There's Grove City Living, and what's the other one? It's another publication.
Of ours?
Not of ours. Not of ours. A partnership agency. I can't. Let's see. Maybe I'll remember.
Oh, Southwest Messenger and the Grove City Record.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I was thinking of the Grove City Record, like the Southwest Messenger is Grove City Living. So Grove City Living is Southwest Messenger, but then I was thinking of the Record. I'm sorry. So they have special pricing for you too. Their flyers are also found on that page. But everything we do, any kind of marketing updates or opportunities, we put on this marketing page. So it's gcchamber.org/marketing. All right, now I'm done talking.
All right, thank you. I'm going to give myself back the host responsibility so I can let Heather back in, if you can hold off a little bit here. And what I want to talk about next is our events. And Marilyn, I don't know if you said in your text that you can hear us, but we cannot hear you or see you. I can see that you're on. I don't exactly know what the problem is, but I'm going to run through our events quickly. Events are a huge, important part of chamber membership, any chamber membership. But for us, for your membership, there are special things about the membership that can benefit you. I'm going to start with earlier in the year and kind of go through chronologically real quickly. In early first part of the year, in January, we host our annual meeting. That is our annual report back to our membership. That's required by our bylaws, but we don't want it to be something boring and something that you don't really care about spending your time on. So we have it at one of our local event centers, usually at Pinnacle, and we invite all of our members to come and join us for a nice breakfast, and we do a little short, brief business meeting. We introduce our new board of directors for that year and our new board president and our staff. And then the most fun part of the whole morning is we introduce all of our award winners. And so every year we have a Business of the Year, which is our big celebration award, and we're always so thrilled to be able to give that. That is won by popular vote. We do several other awards, an Ambassador of the Year, a Spirit of the Chamber, the Heart of the Chamber, just several different things that are really meaningful to those that win and meaningful to us to be able to give those out. So that's a fun event, and we always put out a beautiful program for that particular event, and there's advertising opportunities in there, and of course sponsorship opportunities as well. Sometimes when people hear the term sponsorship, they think of, you know, a $10,000 presenting sponsor, and we welcome those, by the way. I don't want to diminish that, but we also have the opportunity as little as $50 to get your name out in front of the public. So there are things that are affordable to our smaller members, and we would love to be able to share those with you in a little more detail anytime you're curious and interested. Marilyn will be happy to talk about those. The next thing after the annual meeting that comes on our calendar, it comes in March, and we have the Taste of Grove City and Business Expo. Sadly, this year, because of the pandemic, we had to cancel that event. We don't know if we'll be able to put it on our calendar again for later in the year. I'm a little skeptical, but it's certainly a possibility. That's a big event. We bring in somewhere around 500 or 600 people in the course of 3 hours. They get to taste all kinds of goodies from all of our local restaurants. We usually have around 20 or so there. And then as they're mingling around trying to wait for their piece of pizza or their sushi or their cookie, they get to talk to all of our businesses. We usually have 60 or 70 businesses there. And so that's a really, really quick and fun and exciting night. And we'll see next year. We hope that we'll be able to do that back to, have that back as a public event as we've had it in the past. We'll certainly keep you posted on that. After that comes, of course, April, and in April we do our foundation fundraiser where we celebrate all of the scholarships that have been offered. We talk about our foundation, and we allow people to get involved through donations and gifts to the foundation. We have a big auction, and it's a live event. There's dancing and wonderful food and all kinds of fun things, entertainment and things like that. And we would encourage you to consider getting involved with our foundation. We're very proud of everything that they do. We also, in the spring, host a women's business forum, a large business forum. This year, because in the spring it was canceled, we're going to be hosting a virtual We Lead Women's Business Forum in the fall. It will be in either late September or early October, and you'll hear more about that. But there are very, very low cost sponsorship opportunities where your name will be in front of up to however many participants we have, probably be well over 100. And so we'll be getting those pieces of information out to you. Katie, do you hear about all the information you're going to be getting out to everybody for all these events? You better plan to be busy.
We already know. We keep it pretty.
I know. You got this. Then, of course, come the spring, we introduce our farmers market. This year, it's been a crazy, holy cow, I don't even know what to say. Heather and Marilyn have been miraculous superheroes in getting this crazy farmers market pulled together. Of course, we started out planning on a traditional farmers market where we have, 30, 40 vendors along the streets of Broadway, just like we always have. This is our 31st year. We've won 1 million awards. We're so blessed for that. And then, of course, the ceiling came crashing down, and we had to move into Plan B, and Plan B was to have a virtual market, and so that's what they created. And so, and you can still do that. You can go to our website, gcchamber.org. You can look at all of our vendors that are participating, make your orders, pay for them, and then just stop by on Saturday morning to our virtual market, and we will hand you your packages, put them right in your car, and send you on your way. Super quick and easy. But then we realized that we actually are going to be allowed to have at least a partial walk-through market. So then we moved on to Plan C, which is a combination of both of those things. And so that's where we're starting on Saturday morning, this coming Saturday. You will be able to come down to the market. It'll be in the huge public parking lot behind Capital City Cakes and Dubas Dentistry. And we will have our vendors set up there, and you'll be able to walk through. There certainly will be some special requirements. We're asking people to sanitize their hands before they come in and wear a mask and things like that, just out of respect for those who may be vulnerable. And we want to do our part in trying to help keep the curve down. So we hope that everybody will join us for that. Our farmers market vendors are super excited. Heather, do you have anything to add to that for the market for Saturday?
We'll have some new vendors, brand new to our market, coming up. So that's really exciting.
Tell us.
We'll have a maple guy. He'll have all kinds of maple deliciousness other than syrup. He'll have some maple butter, some maple covered nuts. I think I gained like 30 pounds just reading his menu.
Well, you got to sacrifice somewhere.
I know, you got to quality control. I got to tell you how awesome it is. We also will have a new farm that starts in July. That's exciting. They'll have some brats and honey and fresh cut flour, so you can get a nice little arrangement. I know.
And I think we have a new salsa guy. Don't I remember hearing that?
Yep, we have a new salsa guy. So we're super excited about that.
Produce. of course, lots and lots of produce and fresh flowers and plants and things like that. There's sauces and jams and jellies and I believe we're having the pasta, folks. Heather, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. Breads from Great Harvest Bread. What? I'm sorry.
Oh, so we have our drink mixes. You can enjoy them by themselves, or you can add something to them. But those are yep, repeat from last year's, returning from last year. Was new to our market last year.
Right.
Thumbs up on
so we will have a great a great collection of vendors, and as the summer progresses, of course, there will be more and more vendors that come as their produce becomes ready and things like that. And I would say we also have some meat vendors that do I want to say pork, bison, beef, and I'm not sure about chicken, but anyway, lots of things to walk around and see, and we hope that you'll join us for that. And if you aren't comfortable doing that, we fully and totally respect that, and please consider shopping online and letting people know that the farmers market's still actually going on. So that is a huge part of our spring. Spring is a busy, busy time with the Chamber, but with the busyness comes, as I mentioned earlier, all of the opportunities for our members, not just to come to the market or the Women's Forum, but to get your name mentioned out as a community leader because you're supporting these events, and we really sincerely want to help you to be able to do that. After that, after all of those spring events, things settle down just a little bit, and then back up in July for our golf outing. We have a outing on August 3rd this year. We've rescheduled it. That's the new date. We would love for you or some of your business associates or your employees, what a great gift to say to your employees, hey, thanks for helping us get through this tough time. Here's a couple of tickets for the golf outing. We would appreciate you considering that and using that as a tool to help your business grow. It'll be August 3rd at Hickory Hills. We're not fully sure if we'll be able to do the traditional banquet at the end of the golf outing or not, or perhaps we'll just have to do it in a different way. We're learning to be very creative, as is everyone, but that's something we hope that you get involved with. Might want to be a whole sponsor or just a golfer or maybe a volunteer. I don't want to neglect the opportunity to be a volunteer at all of our events. They're hugely valuable and a great way for you to show your support of this community that your business is in. And then, of course, we wind up our year with that little thing we call Arts in the Alley. Arts in the Alley is am I right, 41-year-old event that the Chamber's done that many years. Started out in an alley, and we have grown. What's that?
40th was last year, so yep, 41 years.
Yeah. So we
years older than me.
Hard to believe. So Arts in the Alley is a huge and really fun event. We bring, the police estimates always tell us somewhere around 35,000 people through the course of the weekend. And of course we have vendors displaying and showing their art and selling their art of every conceivable genre and variety. We have art shows for youth art, photography, quilts, fine arts and crafts, and we introduced last year the Voice of Grove City as another art genre. It's a vocal competition. Our good friend Cameron Mitchell won last year and has made quite a little local name for himself. He was actually contacted by America's Got Talent at one point, and I don't know what will or won't come from that, but he was certainly thrilled as we were to realize some of his dreams come true through this. So we are hoping and praying and believing that this is going to be another great year for Arts in the Alley and the Voice of Grove City, and of course the community parade that goes along with that. We are putting that together, so if you can just be patient with us, we'll let you know how you can get involved, but absolutely there's a place for you somewhere, somehow. We just don't know fully what that's going to look like yet. So all that being said, that's so much information, and I know that. If you want to have any further information about events, please contact Katie at just marketing gcchamber.org, and she will be able to answer your questions. I would encourage you to take a minute to send her an email and chat with her and her team, because there are so many marketing choices for you through the Chamber membership, and we want you to be able to take advantage of all those. And so remind yourself sometimes that there are 2.5 of us on staff, and so there are 630 of you, and so you're going to have to take some responsibility in this too. So get in touch with us. If you want to learn more about events, talk with Marilyn, our events manager, or Heather, her assistant, and they will help you get plugged in and learn a little bit more about, what being plugged in really means. Are you volunteering? Are you sponsoring? Are you participating as just a participant? Those are all great. Do you have something to give to an auction? I mean, the things are just about endless, and we are an open door to take ideas as well. If you think of a way that you'd like to get involved with the Chamber or something you'd like the Chamber to do, we want to hear it. We stand as advocates for you. Legislatively, we are a non-partisan Chamber. We don't take sides for candidates or anything like that, but we do try to be alert and aware to all legislation and things like that. And we have what we call a SCOLI committee that can stand on behalf of our business community when that is needed, when there's legislation that we feel we need to either support or non-support. So we're here for you, and we thank you so much for your membership. Without you, we don't exist, and we're actually nothing. So we hope that you will connect with us, connect with Katie, connect with Marilyn and Heather and myself, of course. When we can, we would love to be able to meet with you and sit down and talk with you a little bit and kind of customize how we can serve you. So if there are any questions, I'll take those now. You can raise a hand or throw something in the chat room. Katie, are you on top of the chat thing? It looks like you are.
I can unmute myself to talk, right? I am reminding everybody that probably like at least 80% of your questions can be answered on the website. Go there first, and then look at the opportunities that you have. If you want to dive deeper into sponsorship opportunities with the event, take a look at the options that are there online, and then place that call to Marilyn with a couple ideas. Or Marilyn, she's been doing this a very long time, so she's really good at if you tell her like, hey, this is my audience, she may have some suggestions of like different events you could sponsor that would benefit you. If you have a female audience, we lead is to your place. And then I welcome you to email us at themarketing@gcchamber.org. Once a month, I've been trying to meet up with whomever comes in, and the meeting has been on Zoom at this point, and offer like a 30-minute rundown of what opportunities you have and what will fit best with your audience.
There you go.
Yep.
So like Katie says, they work hard to keep our website up to date and current and accurate, and it is a great resource. Our business directory is on there. All the information about our health partners and our workers' comp partners is up there, and that sort of thing. But sometimes that can be daunting too, and so our phones are available at any time. We will absolutely answer the phone or call you back and talk to you personally. This is a relationship-driven organization, and we thrive and believe that is the single most important thing we do is connect relationally with all of you. And so any questions you have, pick up the phone and ask us. Normally I tell you to knock on the door, but I'm not going to say that today. Anyway, that is it. I apologize for our earlier tech issues. Zooming is a little bit new still, and some of these things are weird, and I have no explanation. I usually attribute it to user error, and that's probably the case by case. But anyway, so thank you all for joining us early this morning. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and if you have any questions, give us a call. The number, of course, is 614-875-9762, and any of us will be able to help you with any of your problems or issues or goals that you want to help yourself set for your business. So thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and goodbye.